I'm a spirit channeler and oracle card reader who channels both light and shadow energies in my readings, which means if you're easily triggered, please find yourself another reader. Short messages from spirit. From left to right, pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pause the video if you need some more time to choose your pile, and the timestamps are in the description. Hello, pile 1. So your quick messages from spirit. So I did have a vision before casting your 2 cards of you riding through on a horse through the desert rather quickly, and then you stopped at a bar, very kind of Western movie style, except you weren't really a cowboy, but you stopped at a bar to grab a drink after riding through the desert on your horse for a bit, and then while you were in the bar, a rocket shot right above you, and it just went flying, like right almost in the opposite direction of where you came from. So with these 2 cards here, knowledge and hunter, I see that you need to be on a path of acquiring higher knowledge of some sort. For some of you guys, this is institutional related. You need to go back to school, or you're already thinking about going back to school. Others of you, if you're already in school, you need to change your major, because you're going in the wrong direction. You guys appear to be confused with all of the sand that I saw, and you just galloping through the sand to the desert. You're looking for knowledge, you're looking for your path in life, but you're not exactly finding it. You don't know where you belong. This is coming off heavily as people who are trying to decide what they want to major in university or college. But take it as it resonates for you. There is a need to do some sort of higher learning, and you are confused right now, but your path lies almost above you. It's higher than what you think you can actually achieve. It's something that you've thought about, but you've quickly dismissed because you think it's too complicated or too difficult. It might actually be literally rocket science for some of you guys. A lot of you guys, I am picking up something in the sciences that will be your life path. But if you are in school, or you're thinking about going to school, you need to reevaluate your major. And if you've been thinking about going to school, you need to definitely do it. The first types of sectors you're going to be considering entering into is not it. It's not it at all. Now, this doesn't have to be traditional school. It could be you learning something on your own with the help of your spirit guides, or learning it on your own somewhere online or in books. However, your old method of finding knowledge and information is no longer working. So it needs to be reworked. You need to move on higher. You need to move in a new direction. Don't be afraid of moving to another country or another province to study. So those are your messages. I hope that helped you, and I hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pile 2. So your quick messages from spirit is that, well, before casting your cards, I did have a vision of you standing in the kitchen eating a peach pie or a peach tart or something. So some of you guys may actually really enjoy fruit tart or pies. So it was a nice neighborhood. It was a nice house. I do believe it was yours. If you have children, I did see them playing outside. So if you're considering moving to a new house or a new neighborhood, this is a call for you to go ahead and do that. A nicer neighborhood specifically. I do see you guys living somewhere that's nicer than where you currently live in the near future. So you need to align your mind with that possibility, that it's actually possible that you can find your dream home and actually settle down somewhere that is actually in alignment and in resonance with your soul, because I do see that being in your future. So you will definitely get there sooner than you think. If you were thinking that you're going to be in your current residence for way longer, newsflash, you're not going to be there as long as you think, or as long as you thought you were going to be there. So some of you guys may be confused about actually where you want to relocate to, and you're being called to go back to your authentic self, your true self. in order to rediscover where it is you really want to be, because this is not about discovering where you want to be. It's about rediscovering it, remembering what is already in you. So go to places that resonate with your soul and that make you feel peaceful or that make you feel giddy and happy. Watch things, television shows or movies that do the same thing, that just transport you into a world where you feel relaxed and giddy and happy. You know, it could be fantasy fiction, it could be like books, Jane Austen books, or movies could be Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. Whatever it is that puts you in a mood where you feel like at peace. It could be certain YouTube channels where they showcase beautiful homes or beautiful neighborhoods or cute houses in the country, or cute locations, or people who are vacationing, and you just enjoy watching those kinds of videos. You'll know what they are. You should consume those contents more, the books, the movies, television shows, etc., YouTube videos. And that's going to help you just get back into the flow so you can realize, okay, where do you actually want to go? You want to go somewhere that resonates with your vibration when you're consuming that content, because that vibration is more in alignment with your true self. Whereas in day-to-day life, when you're going to work or you're doing whatever you're doing, or you're just living where you're currently living, your vibration is not really aligning with where you should be. I really hope this is making sense. So basically you're trying to get answers to where you should move to or where you should be, and you're trying to get those answers when you're in a vibration that is masked, when it's not really authentic. So instead, like I said, do as I said, and when you get into that vibration that's authentic, that's when you're going to be able to channel where you actually want to be. And don't dismiss it, because you might very well get ideas that seem a little far-fetched. You might even get an idea, oh, I want to move to the other side of the world, because especially if you're watching content and you generally consume a lot of content on YouTube of people who are vacationing in a specific country on the other side of the world, and you felt like, oh, I really want to live there. You may feel like that's far-fetched, like no way that can happen, but really pay attention to any ideas and longings. Longings is the core word here. Pay attention to any longings that pop up when you're in that vibrational state, and don't dismiss them. Even if they seem far-fetched, you can indeed accomplish that dream of living that dream life that you dream about. So those are your messages. I hope that helped you and I hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So your quick messages from Spirit. Before casting your cards, I did have a vision of you walking down the beach barefoot with a sword in your sheath, I believe it's called. And I did keep hearing that Mandy Moore song, Candy. Baby, talk to me, show me, I think it says show me who you are, something like that. Come to me like sugar to my heart. And it's like, I'm missing you like candy. And it's very ironic when I put down these two cards, because I'm filming in daylight. The lighting is weird, but these are short messages, so I didn't feel like it really mattered. But it's funny that we have her last day in the light, sun being blinded by the light, that's the sun that's shining through the window, and then we have this hope card that's actually darker and it's half covered by the shadow here. Do you see this? So you are going through an issue here where you do not like being alone, or you do not like being single. There is some ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, or current boyfriend, current girlfriend who you're on and off with, where you kind of feel like, oh, we're meant to be together. And then when you guys break up, or if you guys are already broken up, you kind of feel like, oh, I really miss this person. Like Mandy Moore said, I'm missing you like candy. I should fight with this person. Again, you walking down the beach with the sword in your sheath. So it wasn't actually out, but you're feeling like, oh, I need to fight for this person. I believe they're my soulmate and that sort of stuff. And you're having a lot of hope, and you're wishing that they're going to come back to you, or you guys are going to get back together. You're being told to let it go, because you're making yourself depressed, If you feel depressed, you're not depressed because this person broke up with you, or you're not depressed because this person is not returning your calls, or that it's unrequited love. If you guys were never dating and you just had have a huge crush on them and they are not reciprocating, they are not the one for you. So whoever you're thinking about, this is a general reading, so it's either that they're not the one for you, or even if they are the one for you, they're not the one for you right now. You're going to have to let it go, give the relationship time to breathe, move on. If you guys need to take a break, you need to move on. And if you guys are able to get back together in several months or a year or two, then so be it. You would need an extended reading to get, or a private reading to get that kind of information. But for right now, it's not meant to be. So it's either not meant to be, period, or it's not meant to be right now. And you're putting yourself in a depressive state. You're doing this to yourself. And it's okay for you to be alone. You're not lonely. You have friends, you have family. And even if you don't, you have books, you have YouTube, you have Netflix. You have walks in the park or walks down the beach, literally, for some of you guys with the vision that I had. So don't keep yourself stuck in this depressive state. You are young. I just pulled this card here: eternal youth, energy, newness, vitality. You are young, and even if you feel like, oh, I'm not young, you're still young at heart. Some of you guys should take up music again. You like playing the guitar or the violin or something. Stop playing those sad songs. Stop listening to those sad songs. Stop playing them on the piano or on the guitar. Listening to things that are more upbeat. Stop staying indoors and sulking here, being in the dark, having the curtains drawn and stuff like that. Go outside here with that sun card and the sunlight that's shining through. Go outside, go to the beach, go to the park. I know it might be winter where some of you guys are. It's winter here. But go do some winter sports. You can do things with other people. Just because this person's not reciprocating or they're not around doesn't mean that you have to stop living your life. So definitely move on. Let it go. If they're meant to come back, like that saying goes, when you let the bird go. And it's funny, here in this card we have two birds here. If you let the bird go, if it's meant to be, they'll fly back. If it's not meant to be, they won't. And then you just saved yourself some heartache, because quite frankly, if it's not meant to be and you guys end up getting married, you're going to end up getting divorced at some point anyways, and this is going to be you during the divorce, depressed again. So those are your messages. I hope that helped you. Hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, Pile 4. So your quick messages from Spirit. So before casting your two cards, I had a vision of you standing at the beach. It's funny because the last group, they were on a beach, but you were standing this time facing the waters, and then there was an army on horses galloping towards you from the waters. Like, in those movies or television shows where you'll see an army I guess they came off of the ships and they're just galloping through the shallow waters onto the land. And I saw you standing right there. You weren't on a horse. You didn't have any protection, any shields, any swords or anything like that. The thing is, though, they never really got to you. Like in the vision, they just kept galloping and galloping, and you were standing there anticipating the attack. But for the distance that they were away from you, at some point they should have reached you, but they never reached you in my vision. So with these two cards here, we have free will and we have call for help. It's actually funny because these cards seem to be almost contradicting each other. We have this free will, sovereignty, independence, free spirit, which basically says that, oh, you can be by yourself, you can do it by yourself. Then we have this call for help, reach out, need for backup, admit your needs. So they seem to be contradicting each other, but what I feel is happening here is that you're in some sort of situation, whether this be a company, like a job, or a group of friends, family, or a romantic relationship, but there seems to be a lot of people. It's not just one person. It might be different people from different aspects of your life. So it might be, say, your romantic partner, your sister, and then your boss, and then two more coworkers. Like, it might be dispersed, or it might be one specific area, like a whole bunch of coworkers plus your boss, like job related, or just your family. Multiple members of your family, but you feel attacked. You feel isolated, and you feel like people are picking on you. They're coming for you. They're coming for something. If this is job related, you feel like they're coming for your job. They're coming for your position. You're on the defense. People around you seem to be mean to you. You're expecting them to be mean to you. You're expecting them to attack you in some manner. The thing is, though, you feel like you're stuck in this situation. Again, if it's a job, you feel like, oh, I'm stuck in this job. I really need this job. If it's your family, you're like, oh, I'm stuck here because they're my family members, whatnot. But The thing is, with this call for help card, you actually do have people who can help you. This could be other friends. This could be other networks you have where you can just announce to other people, hey, I'm kind of looking for a new job. And then they'll all of a sudden be recommending new opportunities to you that you never knew existed, to give you a way out to leave this job and move somewhere else. Since I said move, that just sparked some of you guys. This may be neighbors who are gang up against you, or roommates or something like that. If you need a new place to stay, maybe put out an ad here, say roommate looking for new roommates, or like go through the ad, see who's looking for a new roommate or new apartment building if it's your neighbors or something like that. If it's your family and you live with them, again, see if you can find a new place to stay here with this call for help. Call your friends, or go online, look for a new apartment, a room to rent or something like that. But the point is here is that with these two cards, it's telling you that you are an individual, you're a free spirit, you're your own soul. So you don't have to put up with this, because for some reason you guys feel like you have to put up with these attacks from these people. Some of you guys, it's mostly in your head, but it's not fully in your head. These people are singling you out. Some of you guys, you could be over exaggerating it in your imagination, but others of you, it really is a dire situation. But you need to get out of there, and you can indeed do it. You're not stuck. No matter how much it seems like you're stuck or contracted to these people, you're not. You have other options. Just put it out there in the universe, and also on social media even, that I need a new place to stay, I need a new job, or whatever have you, whatever this is, and new opportunities are going to come flooding in for you. Okay, so those are your messages. I hope that helped you, and I hope it resonated. Let me know if it did, and I will see you in my next reading.